Right. So, um, we are, I am, on, I'm not going to be able to pronounce it correctly, but OSIK is OSIEK. It is a 4X map. Um, I played on this map several months ago, and um, the other day, for some reason, I got to thinking, I was thinking about, hey Hardy, how you doing? Um, I got to thinking about this map the other day, and I couldn't remember which one it was, so I went digging today to try and find it. And this is going to be a contract roleplay, gameplay. I don't know what you want to call it, but I'm just going to do contracts on this map. Um, I'm going to have several things going on. So the first thing is that I'm just going to be doing contracts, and I'm going to be using new equipment for me. Um, I've been talking about this for a little bit, trying out new stuff, and I figured this was going to be the map. Even though I've played on this map before, it's not a new map for me. Doing good. Just got home. Cool. I'm glad you're home. Glad you're home safe. Um, so my wife has used this building on one of her gameplays. It is, and I want to tell you correctly, so let's Armstrong Buildings, HAJ. You could look it up on YouTube. Best I remember, it may have been a Facebook page. Not 100% sure, but watched the video somewhere on YouTube and saw it and was like, hey, let me go check it out. They have some really good mobs. I'm doing good. Doing good. Thank you for asking. So, yeah, this is pretty cool. You have to go through the inside to open up the doors. Or to open up those doors. So, let's, what we got here? It's got to be lights. Well, I think you have to be on the inside. Yeah, don't. Well, the lifts are okay. They're kind of. No, you don't have to be on the inside. Well, alright. So, I'll use this, like, probably for parking for transfer truck, semi truck, or a wash bay, something. Who knows? It has 3 lifts, and they do work. This is your workshop trigger. So, put whatever you're going to work on right here, and you come over to this computer and work on it. So, it pulls up the menu. Now, I've already done one contract. So, what I did was I bought yeah, I need to go to this page. So if you look, there's a little green emblem. These are places where you can, or set up for like building a farm or whatever you want. These little green dots. I don't know what else to do. How else to explain it, but they're all over the map. And so I bought this one, and then I bought the field next to it, and it didn't take much terraforming to flatten it out. That way, it's only the main doors that have to be open from inside. Okay, thank you, Hardy. I knew it was one of them. I've never really used the building. My wife uses it on one of her maps. She's finally started the second map. So on her first one that she played on, that's the workshop that she has. So, but anyway, I bought the field next to it and terraformed it out, made it flat. Both fields are even. And when I played on it before, right down here, let me see. Right in that spot was where I built my little farm or whatever before. And all this right here is just dark green. All that right there is trees in that area. So it's a 4X map. It's on PC only. And another thing that I'm not used to doing is I like American maps where the fields are nice and square and rectangle. I kind of got into that because of hired help or whatever. Seemed like those types of maps played better. I'm not against playing on a foreign map as long as as long as I'm okay with it. So I figure with this one having the weird funky shapes on the fields, it would be something good, something new to try out. So aside from that, one thing that I have changed is if I go into this vehicle and I hit the tab button, it will not let me switch to another vehicle. So I think on all the gameplays that I'm going to be doing from now on, I'm going to be pushing my limits to see how realistic I am willing to go. I'm not going to be 100% realistic. I'm not a farmer, so I don't know what being realistic really is as far as farming is concerned. So, but for now, we have 200,000. I don't want to buy small, like super small harvesters or anything like that. So we're just gonna keep knocking away at fertilizing contracts for the time being. I'm not sure if there's anything. Yeah, right now it's just fertilizing and harvesting. So there's one for 17, and I'm gonna start at the higher paying ones, and we're gonna work our way down. I'm not sure if I'm going to get into running a farm, but for right now, the plan is just to do contracts to kind of make it a what would you call it? Like an agricultural services. That is the plan. So, something I remember from previous gameplay is that there are speed traps on this map, and I can't remember exactly where they are. I've already hit one when I picked up the pickup, when I bought the pickup truck and brought it down here. I got fined, and I was like, okay, so I realize it's a 4X map, but my cruise is going to be on 25, and that is to hopefully avoid getting speeding tickets. So if I have to go slower than that, I will. But honestly, the cars on the map go just a little bit slower than that. So hopefully I won't get any more. And I think that one of the attractions to this map when I first played on it was the number of the fields. This may be the first map that I played on that had more than 100 fields. So if anybody um, if anybody at any time has some suggestions to make, um, I'm open for suggestions. Just don't tell me to harvest at 6 miles an hour. That's not going to happen. Um, I already know my limit on that. So, other than that, I don't know much about realism mods. I do know that I don't like seasons, um, and I don't like precision farming. So, other than that, I'm willing to try different things. I'm willing to try different script mods that might be. I don't want to go extreme realistic, but I've thought about like the mod where you have to hook up the hoses to the equipment. I thought that would be pretty cool. Um, and I'm not sure if anybody watches this video, leave a comment in the description. The There's two different dirt mods, and I'm not sure which one it is that I want to get, but it's kind of like realistic mud. Um, if anybody has experience with there's a dirt mod, and then and I'm not talking about the dirt color. I don't think, but I thought there was like maybe two different mud, realistic mud type things. Um, I'd like to try those out. Now I don't know if I don't know if this map does the map like I'm curious. Does the map have to be set up for the mud, the like the dynamic mud, or whatever? Um, and what can I expect out of it? Am I gonna get stuck all the time? Is there gonna be things where if it's muddy, I'm not gonna be able to work the fields or stuff like that? I don't know. Now, normally I would take and I would be using the GPS. But I don't think, this field right here, I don't think it's big enough to warrant to say, hey, it's necessary. So, another reason I chose this map was the best that I could remember, the fields are not huge. Um, and for trying to do a little bit more realism, I felt like this would be a decent match for that. I do know there are a couple big fields. Um, we'll see how it goes. I'm already. I will tell you this. I'm already nervous about the not being able to magically switch between vehicles. Um, I could see me driving a tractor somewhere and being on the other side of the map, and then into my game, and then when I reload into it, it puts me back at the shop. Um, and then I have to figure out how to get the other piece of equipment. So I may end up getting a trailer, get like a transfer truck with a trailer for hauling something. I don't know. We'll see. Which I don't think that would be a bad idea because of the type of gameplay I'm doing. Might take a contract or something, and you want to haul, just haul a piece of equipment somewhere. Who knows? Now, another thing I'm not sure of is one of the mods that I use, and I have it enabled, is I can adjust the working speed of the different implements. I'm not going. I don't want to make a promise I can't keep. I do not intend on adjusting the work speed unless it's just, you know, at a speed that is either too fast. I think it's too fast, or I think it's too slow. Okay. Something I noticed I need to do. Close that off. Minute settings. Okay. Hey, Smokey, how you doing? Welcome to OSIC. OSIEK. I don't know how to pronounce it, but it's a 4X map on PC. So I'm doing I thought I would go realistic for a video recently as well, till I was harvesting 3,600 liters at a time. Yeah. Um, the I'm not trying to go 100% realistic. So I'm trying to see how close to realistic I can handle. I already know that, and I've said this, at the beginning, um, realistic and old as well. Cool. The harvesting at 6 miles an hour does not cut it for me. So one of the mods that I have is I can adjust the working speed for the implements, so I'm able to harvest at 10 miles an hour, and I'm okay with that. So I do know my limit, and I'm not going to use. I don't like seasons, and I don't like precision farming. So Smokey, do you use the dynamic mud or the dirt? There's like the realistic dirt type stuff. I'm curious about with the mud. Um, is it overwhelming or is it fun to use the dynamic mud? Or I don't know anything about that. So here's my little workshop. What I'm doing is I'm doing this real. Sadly, I'm on console. Okay, that's cool. This is my little workshop, or it's not really little, but so I'm doing this gameplay as a um, how was I gonna say it? It's like a agricultural services. Okay, I'm not going to. I don't intend on doing arable farming for myself. I may do some animals, um, but I don't intend on doing a farm like just the arable farming. I may do some animals. I'm not sure. Uh, yeah. So I got me a Chevy, the workshop, 3 bays. Just back here, I'm either going to park a transfer truck or use it like as a wash bay kind of thing. And yeah, I haven't done that much as far as decoration, which that's not really my thing anyway. Some videos I've seen, it looks like it could be tough. Fields are soft and muddy sometimes, I believe. Okay. I think it'd be cool to try it, and to at least try it, and then if I don't like it, you know, I just disable it. You know. Let's collect our money from that one, and we'll go to the next. Let's see. Go down to harvesting. There's one for 36,000. Field 111. All the way at the top. Okay. And it's a bigger field, so we'll go ahead and top this off. I don't think I'll need it, but hey Rusty, how you doing? Yeah, this is we blame this is the one that we're actually going to blame Rusty on. Just popping in to say hello. Just stop by my office for a few minutes. Yep. So this is it, Rusty. The new the I'm gonna try new things, kind of. Um, so what am I doing? Start filling fertilizer. Whoa, 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 whoa. Come on. Why did it not fill up? Hey, Farmer Steve, how you doing? Oh, so here's something I want to ask y'all. I use a couple of different planters, right? Now I don't have one yet, but this right here, I like the looks of this cart, but it doesn't seem realistic to me. So my first question is, do farmers can farmers get like a truckload? Um, yeah, it's a trigger, Rusty. I hardly ever. Sometimes I open the door, but for the most part, I don't open the door. It's I don't know. We'll try. I'll try it. I'm not gonna. I don't know it all, but yeah. Do truckers do? Can you get like a, let's say like a truckload of fertilizer and then put it in a silo to fill up a truck like this? Would could that be considered? Would that is that realistic? I've seen. I watched a couple of videos today where they used the um where some people use bags. Um, that's not it. This right here, this seed runner. I saw a couple of videos where they use something like this. So how would you fill that up? Or could you just use like an auger wagon, like a normal auger, something like one of these, right? Those 4940s are all over the place here in Nebraska. 4940s. Is that the one I'm using? Okay. I just want to I want to like try pulling up to a container like this, and you don't see anything happening whatsoever. Just you know I want to do a little bit better than that. So okay. See, I can tell myself right now that I'm using a 4940, right? And tomorrow I won't be able to remember that. I will tell you something I got to try out today on Oklahoma, and I really like it. Custom modding's the 8RT. Yep. I had the 9RT on that map, but I'm a custom modding fan, I would say. So like the DB, yeah, the DB, like the DB120, DB90, DB60, and then they got the what's the other, the case early planners. Um, I used to use the 120 almost exclusively. So I've gone to you. I have started using the DB60 and the DB90 because some of the realistic or like real YouTubers, real farming YouTubers, um, that's what they use. And I wanna find a way of doing it on a game, like loading those pieces of equipment, the liquid fertilizer and the um, seed. So I didn't know if it would be more accept if it would be. No, I'm not gonna say more. Would it be acceptable just to take this to a silo and fill it up that way? As far as the fertilizer, the planter and seeder, I could use the the one cart, the auger wagon. There's one that's made for seed, and I do know that the trailer, they got the transfer truck semi trailers that have the tanks on them. I saw somebody use one of those, which I thought that was pretty cool. And we have those in the game, so I'm just not sure what would be acceptable there. All right, I got to look at the map. I'm lost. Oh, I'm way off. Check that out. Can we follow this around? No, we have to go back. Man, let's go full wheel. If I take this, no, it doesn't look like that's going to go around. I'll go down here to field 91 and turn right. Yeah, I don't know if y'all saw on the Oklahoma map. I was using the John Deere, the S790 harvester. Um, so I'm gonna switch over to using the case. Um, there's a Case IH that holds like 26,000 liters. I found a header, a grain header, that uses the air bar on it, and it has a built-in a, the built-in trailer, where the trailer's like built into the header. So I'm not sure if the wheels and stuff being on that is realistic, but I would much rather pull that than to just drive down the road with the header, because I don't use a header trailer. I've never had good luck with using the header trailers. Okay, so it looks like if I turn here, this is going to go up and I'll take another left. So if anybody was in the logging, this would be a good map for that as well. Looks like a lot of trees. A lot of trees on this map. Let's see. Yeah, we could do it that way. Looks like that's going to be close enough. Then this way I don't really miss anything. We'll take and do a headland pass, and we'll come back and run the GPS. I saw what I thought would be some nightmares. People loading the wagons. There's one guy that would get a pallet of bags, and he would open up the bags and fill up a. It was like a box, big, thick plastic box that broke down or folded. You know, when you're done with it, you could like fold it down or whatever. Um, that's what it looked like. Now I don't know if it actually folds or not, but um, and he was filling the box up using those 50-pound bags or however big they were, and then they used a forklift to take and load the wagon with the box. And there's got to be, I know Welker Farms uses the auger wagon, and Larson Farms, they have a transfer truck trailer that has tanks on the inside of it. It's like a box trailer that has tank on the inside that they, the best I can remember, they have the tank filled up, and they'll take that out to the field. But what I'm curious about is how do you fill up the how would you do it on the game to mimic, you know, filling up the either the auger wagon or the one thing. Now, there was a map that I played on. It may have been Seneca Valley, Seneca County. Don't quote me on that. But I remember playing on a map where you could go and buy lime and fertilizer, and you actually got it out of a silo. There could be something like that on here. So if you could take an 18-wheeler, and there's something else that was crazy that I saw today. There's a video that was the top 10 real farms in the world. And there's two in China, dairy farms, that are millions, and I'm not saying this wrong, that are several million acres. It could be like 20 or 30 million acres. I want to say all the top 10 was at least a million acres. That's just, I can't even imagine how much land that is. Like, I don't think I could picture that in my head, like how much. It's crazy. Oh, I gotta keep my foot on the gas, don't I? I didn't realize that there were farms that were that big anywhere. Like, there's some of them, a few of them was in Australia. It's pretty cool. Had some big farms down in Australia. One of the farms, couple million acres, right? But one of them only had 10 people that worked it. Now, I don't know if they hired part time. They said it had 10 staff members. That was it. So take that for what it's worth. But now I also realize that that's like cattle farms and stuff like that. That's not uh, like arable farms. Yeah. Now I wonder how hard would it be to take two of these. They've got there's the one wagon, the one trailer that you can get to haul this around, right? You spread the wheels out and drive it up on there. Can you put? Is there a way of hauling two? Let's see. Where I'm just gonna go look. I'm gonna go ahead and look. Let me stop that. Turn that off. Is there a place to buy? Yes, babe. I love you. Railway purchase. Agri handle. Animal dealer. Sawmill market. PHH. Agrico. Feed and fertilizers. So we're gonna go check that out when we get done with this, right? Feed and fertilizer. We'll get in the pickup truck. Actually, when I get done with this field, I'm gonna call them. I'm gonna end it. I only want this to be like an episode kind of thing. Um, I still have some stuff that I need to figure out, um, and kind of decide what I'm gonna do. I don't want to continue to use the uh, the container. I really like the container. I'll continue to use it on other maps probably, but for this one, I want it to. I want it to be kind of accurate. Kind of. there's a word that starts with a D. I can't remember what it is. It may not start with a D. I don't know. I want it to represent kind of what is done realistically on this map. So and actually, if I think about it, Larson Farms would be about like that setup, except theirs is on the 18-wheeler instead of sitting on the ground. Surely, I would have to think that there is, realistically, there is ways. I'll search for it. Yeah, I'll keep doing my homework on this. Oh, if you're interested, on my Oklahoma map, I have started a small farm also. So I have the big farm that I'm working on, but I'm also done a small farm, which has got the equipment like what Larson Farm uses. Now they don't. I'm switching over to the case harvester, but on that on the small farm, or on Oklahoma, I may keep the John Deere's, but I already have one case harvester on there. So, which, who is it? Welker. The Welker Farm uses case. So, I'm cool with that. And this should be the last pass. Actually, it should already be finished, but yeah. Turn that off. Turn that off. Now, let's head back to the office. That's what we're going to call it. Ooh. So, I see a row, the entry. Yeah. Here we go. Alright. I'll come off this dirt road. I'm going to hit the cruise control so I don't get a speeding ticket. Whoops. Bump, bump. Hey, you know what? This, I don't know who did this. Let's see, I gotta go right. So the railroad crossing right here. That looks like the mod that came out today. Interesting. Well, I mean, it doesn't have like the railroad crossing signs, but yeah. That's, interesting. Okay, so we are like downtown. Let's hit the cruise control. And we'll see if we get a speeding ticket at 25. Oh, this is gonna be trouble. Hey, there's no collision on that. That's cool. So now let's now let's go. Let's continue straight. I just heard a dog barking. Yeah, and I don't know. I don't know who made this map, and I don't know who made the river crossing. Come on, this thing's too wide. Too wide for this road. Let's see. Normally, up. See, I just got the fine. Dang it. Yeah, I don't know who made the map, who made this map, or who made that railroad crossing, but it's possible that somebody made it themselves and just looked at it and was like, "Hey, I can make that. Let's make that a map." Or somebody could have took it off the map they made and said, "Here we go. We're throwing this on here." up the rest of the map here. So field 105. That's what I have to remember. Field 105. So something, I guess it would be kind of silly. When I get done with a job, I go back to the office, and once I'm at the office, is what I'm calling it. Once I'm back at the office, then I collect the money. I may, change it up from time to time, but that's kind of like how I've been doing it so far. I haven't had any contractors cheat me out of the money, so yeah, they just send me a check in the mail, and I have to go to the office, get it out of the mailbox and complete the paperwork that way. Yeah. So this concludes day 1 of my agricultural services. So I appreciate y'all stopping in, saying hello, chatting with me. If you have any suggestions for stuff to try out as far as realism, like I said before, as long as it's not going 6 miles an hour harvesting, seasons, or what's the other one? Precision farming. I'll try it. I do want to go ahead and download the I want to download the dynamic mud and try it. So the next time will it fit in there? Oh, barely. You know what? We're not going to push our luck. This is a pad, so why can't we just wash it right here? I will at least buy this. Normally I do like to splash. Oh no, I know what. Let's go right here. It's right there. So we can't put it on top of that. We can place it right there. Now let's pull over closer. Oh, there we go. Alright, now do I have it? What is... I've got my button box. keybinds. Activate hand tool. Right? So game box or steering wheel. I'm not going to use the steering wheel. No, activate hand tool. B. Yeah, I'm not going to use that, so there we go. Generic USB. So save the controls. Okay. So say I can hit the toggle switch and just I don't have to hold the button down. And then I can walk around freely and make it look like I'm actually washing it. We get up underneath it, all that good stuff. Oh, there's some dirt. Okay. Get up underneath there. Be sure and get the windows. Grill. I'll probably miss some spots, but it is a tractor, right? Okay. Now. There we go. We will go park it. Let me see. I had Smokey, Harley, Bruce, Rusty, and I really appreciate y'all stopping by and saying hello. If there's anyone else I missed, I apologize, but I think that was it. So we're going to head over here to the chairs, catch us some shut-eye, and I'm going to shut this down. And I hope everybody has a blessed evening, and we will see you another day. 3, 2,